So today's video is a little bit different to normal. We are on the computer setup, as you can see, for my live streams, because I thought, you know what, we're going to do it on this just to be different, to be fair. So today's video is going to be discussing a problem, issue, situation. I'm not sure what to call it because I don't know, but you've seen the title of this video and it is a £2,500 situation, let's say. Let's put it that way. And we're going to go and discuss everything. We're going to talk about my thoughts, my feelings about the whole situation. Hopefully it comes across quite well. I don't know. We're just going to deep dive into it and go from there. Basically, that's the point. Let's get it. So, as the title has said, there is a £2,500 problem, issue, situation that is involving my PlayStation 3 collection. So the other day I thought, you know what, I'm going to curate a list of the actual games that I really desperately want on the PlayStation 3 system, because it's something that I haven't done since I started playing and collecting for the PlayStation 3. I've just bought essentially what tickles my fancy and what I like, what intrigues me, and this is the situation we've got. We've got nearly 400 games at this point by doing that. So I thought, you know what, going forward I want to have a definitive list which I can add, subtract to actually help me going forward, to buy exactly what I want and to see exactly where I'm at with my PlayStation 3, especially in the next year, maybe 2 years, however long it takes. Hopefully it'll be a lot quicker than that, but we'll get there. So then I have a definitive list of exactly what I want, how much it's going to cost, how much I paid for it, how I paid for it, where it came from. Basically that is the gist. I don't know what to call it, like the PlayStation 3 hit list. It's not a definitive list. It can be chopped, changed, removed, whatever. I will show you that just in a wee second. I'm just going to do some explaining first, okay? Some explaining, okay? We're all right, cool. So that is the plan for like the more expensive game. I say more expensive, basically is anything above £10 that I put into this list so far. There's a couple that are under it, but not by a lot. Anything cheaper than that, what I see when I go to CEXs, when I see on Vinted or eBay or whatever, will just go into the collection like it has been in like normal pickups videos and stuff like that. But I really want to hone in exactly what I want. That's the bottom line. That's my point, because I feel like I'm getting to a point with the PlayStation 3 where I'm close-ish to being like, okay, I've got everything I want now. Anything I get now is just going to be a bonus or stuff that I didn't know about, or cheap games, anything under like £10, because there's still quite a few games under there that I don't actually have, so that would be cool. Or special editions, that sort of thing. So long as I have like my bread and butter, as it were, anything else is a Brucey bonus. I always say it, it's a Brucey bonus. That's my plan going forward. That's why it took me a long time to put this list together. It really did. It doesn't look that great. I'm going to show you it just in a wee second. So yeah, that is the bottom line. That is the plan going forward with the PlayStation 3 collection. I think it's a good idea to have like a curated list. And going forward, it would help me massively. Honestly, I've started to use it now, which you'll see in upcoming episodes, and it's great. It is a great tool, and I don't know why I haven't done this previously, but here we are. We've done it now. All right, we've done it now. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below, because I would love to hear feedback for you. I really would. So let me know down in the comments, please. Feedback would be massive. It really would. So that's where the £2,500 conundrum comes in, because I will show you the definitive list, or the list that I've got so far, and we will discuss it a lot further. Leave a like on the video if you're going to enjoy. Consider subscribing to the channel, because we are close to 2,000 subscribers, getting there every single day. So thank you so much for your support. Let's go. So, like I said, this, as you can see on this gorgeous screen, is my attempt at an Excel sort of like spreadsheet. Yes, it's the web version because I don't have the full Excel on my computer currently. All right, deal with it. Okay, deal with it. I'm not the best aficionado at Excel. This is very basic, but it doesn't need to be, you know, bells and whistles and stuff like that. So it's not. Okay, I'm not the best at Excel. I never have been. I had never had a reason for it either. So here we are. That is the reason why it looks like this. All right, judgment over. Okay, let's continue. So this is the hit list. I've labeled it as the PlayStation 3 hit list just because, basically. I don't know what else to like label it as. If you have any names, let me know. You probably don't, but you never know. You might. So this is the basic list. This is the list. Now it looks like it goes down in ascending order or descending order. It kind of does and it doesn't. I kind of, you know, added stuff here and there as well because I kind of forgot when I was adding games to the list. So we have obviously game titles. These are all of the games on the left hand side. The date of purchase is when I buy them. The CEX price currently at the time of recording this video, it is the 3rd of June. Then next we have what I actually paid for and where it came from. So if it came from CEX, if it came from eBay, if it came from Vinted, Car Boot, whatever. That's where it came from. I was going to add vouchers as well and how I accrued said vouchers. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that just yet. I might not. I'm not. I don't know. Don't know. So that's the basic. That's the Billy Basics of it. It is. So I can track exactly how much everything should cost if I went to buy it out of CEX today, and then it will tell me exactly how much I actually spent, money wise or voucher wise. If it's vouchers, I will put brackets voucher. If it's like, you know, 100 quid, just like the Killzone trilogy, I will put I paid from vouchers, so I know it's going to be less than what the voucher is worth, obviously, because I traded stuff in. That just makes a little bit more sense. So if we go down the list, there is a lot of games here. A lot more than what I thought. At the time, I believe there's 77 games on this list, maybe 78 currently. Like I said, this is a definitive list as to the ones that I super duper want to add to the collection. The Killzone trilogy and both The Last of Us special editions, Joel and Ellie, stuff like that. I'll scroll down, you can take a look. Hopefully you can see it's not too small. I don't know, but you're gonna get the gist of it anyway. It's a lot more than what I thought, to be fair. Basically, this stems from the fact that I kind of wanted to get the more expensive games on the PlayStation 3 sooner rather than later, especially with, you know, the forever closing of the PlayStation 3 store looming. We don't know when that is, but as soon as that comes, prices will fluctuate aggressively. And even with CEX, if they ever add rarities to the PlayStation 3 like they have with the PS2, like they have with the Xbox 360, and so on and so forth, it's a matter of time, and that will make prices fluctuate up, down, sideways, backwards, anything. So that's the main reason why I created this list, because I wanted to get a definitive, like, yes, right, okay, we're going to be hunting for this, whether it's on CEX, whether it's on Vinted, whether it's on eBay, whatever, and we're going to try and make it obviously as cheap as I possibly can. Sometimes, you know, you just pay the price is the price at the end of the day, because some of this stuff is quite rare. So yeah, going forward, this is the plan. And time scale wise, I'm not 100% sure. I would love to get it done you know, as quickly as possible is the time frame, but I also have to be realistic because I am not made of money. So we have to be thrifty. We have to trade stuff into CEX to make a bigger voucher. We have to do the stuff that we've been doing more so. We have to like up my game a teeny tiny bit more, because as you can see, hopefully at the bottom over here, The price for all of these games from CEX right now, as of recording, is £2,603, which honestly came out a lot more than what I was anticipating. I added a heck of a lot more games than what I was anticipating, which I think just happens when you go and actually do like a definitive list. Obviously, I've just been collecting what really, tickles my eyes, tickles my fancy. So it's good to have this as a yes, right, okay, we're going to be going for that. I've seen this, I can buy that, whatever. But for £2,500 is a lot of money. Like, I will not stress that enough. It's a heck of a lot of money. And this doesn't even include, you'll see some bigger missions from this as well. So there is no Armored Core games on this because I've never really been interested in the games. It is what it is. Alright, it is. Okay. And there's no Spider-Man games on this either. I haven't really been into the Spider-Man games on the PS3. I sort of like, they're okay. I've got one currently, which is the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, and that's it. And that's not meant to be a good one either. I don't have any. If they come up in the future and they are, at a good price, or I think is a good price for them, of course, don't rule it out. But I'm not, hunting for them specifically, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. So hopefully it transpires that it makes sense on camera. I don't know. So that is the idea with that. They're the big omissions. There might be a few other stuff that you'd be like, oh my god, that's not on the list either. It's either the fact that I don't want it or I've forgotten it. But it's probably the former, because it's my own personal list. These are the games that I super want on the PlayStation 3. And it took me a long time to curate this list. It really did. A lot longer than what I was anticipating as well. So here we are. And yeah, it's a £2,500 problem, or situation, shall we say. And I'm ready for it. I truly am ready for it. I think it's going to be interesting. I'd love to see how much I could actually get this collection of games for. I think 80 games for £2,500. That's a lot of money for it doesn't seem that many games, if that makes sense. It really doesn't. But it's just the market at the moment. I still don't think it's a bad market to actually buy. I really don't. I think at the moment it's probably your best bet. That's my personal 2 cents on that situation, especially after my recent, or a couple videos back on the PS3 itself. I sort of thought I'd do that video and then go into this, because it's going to be cool. I do like seeing the figures and everything, but it kind of freaks me out a little bit as well, knowing that I'm probably going to be spending the best part of £2,500-3,000, whatever, on the PlayStation 3 system. And I think if I get the bulk of it done, it would have this little niggle in the back of my head being right, okay, if I don't buy that PS4 game or that Mega Drive game, I can buy another PlayStation 3 game, if that makes sense. It holds quite a big bearing in my collection at the moment, which isn't a bad thing, because like I've said many of the times, I adore the PlayStation 3, but I adore other systems too. But I just feel okay, well, 20 quid on that game can go towards a bigger game on the PlayStation 3 that I really want to collect for. So it's one of those in my head. It's kind of like a battle. I hope that makes sense. And maybe you've sort of gone through the same thing as well. Let me know down below, because it does hold that bearing on me. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. I don't fully know. So that is the plan of attack. That is the PlayStation 3 hit list. I think it's going to be a mini series, probably, I don't know, once a month or something. I'll obviously have my pickups, have my deliveries, whatever, CEX hunts, everything will sort of stay the same. But some pickups and stuff will be obviously for the PlayStation 3 hit list. So you'll see it in these kind of episodes, which I'm kind of excited about. I actually am, because it gives me this sense of, right, let's get it done now. Let's get to where I really want to be with the PlayStation 3, and then anything above or anything else is an absolute bonus. And that's a great place to be. It really is. it's going to be a challenge. It really is. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Like I said, timescale wise, as quick as I can for as cheap as I can. That's just the motto. It really is. I'm gonna obviously go through the list. You can pause the video, have a little look at what's on there. If you think I have had some bigger missions, maybe leave a comment. Let me know down below. I'd be happy to hear them, but I don't think I have. I've got all of the Cabela's games as well because I do want to get them, but they're quite annoyingly rare, some of them, so they're going to be interesting. It's a very cumulative list. I think it's a great list. I think it hits quite a lot of stuff. You're not going to see what is it Blades of Time on here or Godzilla, because I feel like they're more like vanity items at the price they're paying. You know, they're the most expensive PlayStation 3 games. In the future, I might pick them up, but it's just saying, oh, look at me, I have this, rather than games that I actually really want. You'll see Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn is the most expensive game in this list at 150. Then it's Killzone Trilogy at 105 at the moment. And then anything under there, I think it's like The Last of Us, like special editions, Joel and Ellie are sort of the same price. Then the rest are like £70 below. So it's not like a few of them are super expensive. Obviously 150, 105 is expensive. It really is. And obviously the Last of Us ones are expensive. There's a couple of like £70 ones. Then you go into like the 60s and sort of stuff. I'll show you here. You can see that, yeah. So there's probably like 10. There is 10 above £55. So in that, you know, scale, it's not too bad. Obviously all of the HD collections are in here. Yeah, you just go through the list, have a little look. I'm super duper happy about this. I can't wait to actually show you. I've already got a few of them here to show you, and I have got some pretty good deals on them. Not too bad in comparison to what they are, but it would be nice to update the spreadsheet. It would be nice to keep you informed as to how it's going, because it's a challenge. If I could do this by the end of the year, my word, don't tell the missus, I tell you that for nothing. But Jesus, that would be some feat. And let me tell you, that would be some feat. I don't think that's anywhere near possible at all. But share, you don't rule it out. You can't rule it out. You never know. Obviously, I'm not rich. If I was, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Let me tell you, I'm far from it. So thrifting, it's what I do. It's what I'm good at. It's what I love to do. So yeah, look out for that on the channel, because it's going to be massive. I'm looking forward to it so much. I just thought I'd do like I don't know, like an episode 0 to explain where I'm at with the PlayStation 3. And then from here, if you see PlayStation 3 pickups, it's probably due to the PlayStation 3 hit list. So yeah, there's that as well going forward. But obviously it doesn't change like normal like schedule videos and stuff. So pickups like usually on like a Wednesday, and then maybe like a, you know, a special video on a Saturday, like information tailored video on a Saturday, which I've been doing recently, which I've enjoyed. If there's any other videos and stuff you want to see for the channel, let me know down below. This is something new that I'm trying, so yeah, I'd like your feedback. I'd like your opinions on this. You know, is it stupid? I don't know. You let me know. I have no idea whatsoever. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings down below, guys, because I'd love to hear them. I really would. I've said this like 3 times in this video, so I apologize again. I'm excited. I'm over the moon with this. I like to be fixated and be like, yes, right, okay, we are gonna smash this. We are gonna get this done, and life is going to be good. 80 or I think it's just under 80 games. Is that doable? On paper, yeah. Or on an Excel spreadsheet, yeah, it is. It'd be interesting to see how much I actually pay for everything as well. If it's going to be like, you know, close to the £2,500 or not. I don't know. But we'll find out together. We're going to be in this together. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know. If, you know, if I'm missing something, please let me know. But I appreciate you all for taking the time to watch this video. It's a bit different to like the normal schedule of videos, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. So if you've enjoyed it, drop it a like, leave a comment on your thoughts and opinions, because again, I would like the feedback. And yeah, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new from here. But for now, guys, have a lovely rest of your week. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.